Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, new year. We're in 2025. And today we're going to go over what is most important when you're starting the year. It's not the New Year's resolution that you're going to forget about in a week. It's not the fact that it's a new body, new you. It's not the fact that you want to improve your finances, but really it is what is your purpose for doing these things? Because at the end of the day, we know what we're supposed to do. For the most part, yes, you might not know the in and outs of finance, investing, whether it's in the stock market, real estate, or any other vehicle in order to grow your money. But what you do understand and what you do know is the purpose behind doing it, right? What you're doing it for, your drive, your ambition, your motivation in order to get out of the situation that you are in. I had several factors in my life that propelled me to want to go out there and be financially successful at an early age. A few of those things might be the same for you, and so I'll go over it just to see if there's any similarities that might spark a willingness for you or driving you to go out there and eat that food, to go out there and kill everything so that you can be as successful as you possibly can. So the first thing that really draws attention to my mind and really makes me start to evaluate my life to where I wanted to be financially successful was when I was about 16 years old. I was staring down the hallway of the home that I was living in. My mom was out working, and out for whatever reason, there was no cause for it at all. But for whatever reason, I was thinking to myself, my father's not in the picture. My mom is out there working hard to pay these bills. I'm staring down an empty hallway, looking at the mirror at the end of the hall, and I see myself shirtless, thinking of nothing at all. It's the weekend, and I don't know if it was the weekend or not. Maybe I had school the next day, but I was just thinking, I'm like, where am I going to live when I'm older? How will I afford things? I know nothing of a job. I know nothing of bills. And so it wasn't a scary thought, but it was almost an urgency that came before me. Like, brother, I don't know what life will look like in a few years. And so to have that epiphany at 16 years old really allowed me to transform my mind. It just shifted my existence. No one had to tell me. No one had to tell me that bills were coming. I just saw it through life, and then started to understand, because my mom never talked about bills, not until I was almost done with high school, and how expensive it was and how hard it was on her. She started to vent more openly about these things. And so it also made me start to look at life differently. Like, I don't want my children to struggle, and I want to provide them a better life than what I had, which my mom absolutely worked hard to do. And so for me, it was more so, how can I do the same without as much struggle? How can I do the same without as much pain, heartache, and broken bones, right? And then I realized, I know there are some hardworking women out there, but women are not supposed to work that hard. Like, I realized it, because if you all have mothers who were there for you and supported you, you understand that their bodies do break down, and you don't want them working super hard in their older years when they should be enjoying life and having fun. And so for me, there was a spark in me that said, man, I have to go and get it. So the second thing that really elevated me was when I started college. I didn't know what I was going to study. I wasn't really there for school. I was there for football. But one thing that motivated me to graduate was I had siblings. My older brother was in the same grade as me. My little brother and my little sister were still in school as well. And before they got to college, I wanted to ensure that I had graduated and led by example so that they know, hey, we can also graduate. We can also get a college degree. And so me going to school is mainly for the degree, just to say, hey, you guys can do it. And then I figured everything else after that. I started working 3 jobs when I got back to New York, because I wasn't just going to sit in the house as a college graduate. I did look into different school programs that I could potentially get into, but I didn't want to do additional semesters just to make up certain classes. And so when I got the job at Amazon, from just, again, searching through jobs and trying to get a career, trying to start a career, I absolutely accepted. I said yes, and it propelled my life to where I was working in general management for multiple restaurants and other industries. And so that set me apart, just thinking, okay, as a manager, I'm going to make more than an associate. And therefore, if I continue to go up that sort of ladder, I'll continue to make more money. And so I made my bread and butter in management because I just knew that there is a hierarchy to the levels of wealth that you can accumulate. And by simply learning the tricks of that trade, you already have the skills to lead. I'll be successful. And so that's kind of how I started, right? Some people may get into a job and say, hey, I'm going to be a teacher, but they never look at, how do I become a principal, or how do I become this, or this, and that. And so, just understanding where you want to be, what level of success do you want to be? Sometimes it's more so a title than anything, but what title do you want to hold? How much work do you want to do, and how much money do you want to make? When you have those three things, then you start looking at work-life balance, family time, and things of that nature, which Gen Z, our generation, is definitely more focused on than generations in the past. And so, seeing those struggles, seeing and not really understanding what it was going to take in order to live life, propelled me tremendously to where I'm like, man, oh man, I need to get a hold of all these things. I need to be able to determine my future and my destiny and my trajectory. And even to this day, now that I'm a success, now that I've basically gotten all that I could ask for, you got your properties, you got your cars, you got stable income, but now it's really about the people in your life, even your friends, even your tenants, being nice to everyone around you and just enjoying life, making friends, making connections. I made so many connections just on vacation. I made so many connections just all around me, just being open to everyone. And it gives you a sense of peace knowing that you're no longer out there just hunting and hunting and hunting. But for the first 3 to 4 years of my career after graduating college, that was all I did. People were telling me to slow down. People were telling me life is short. You need to enjoy yourself. People were telling me you only have one life to live. Don't spend it all at work. People were telling me to focus on your friendships, focus on everything else. I set everything aside to the point where my family thought I don't know what they thought, honestly. I don't know if they thought I didn't want to be around them. I don't know if they thought I simply despised them. I don't know if they thought I was the most evil person in the world. And when you're taking people's feelings into account, when you're not embracing them, when you're not engaging them, it's easy to think, wow, this person doesn't want anything to do with me. Why is that? And then you start to project, maybe it's them, right? Like my little brother just told me, hey, I'm about to start my master's program. I'm deleting Instagram. I'm deleting this and I'm deleting that. And I'm not going to be talking to anyone. And I know my little brother loves me, right? Right? But listen, he has work to do. He has a mission to accomplish, and he has a goal to set. And when he's done with that, family will be there, ready to embrace him and ready to accept him. That's how our family is, and I'm super, super grateful for it because, I mean, 3 to 4 years is what I was dedicated to, and he's only dedicating 1 year. So can you imagine? After college, I basically did a whole nother college of dedication to earning wealth. And when you start early like I did, yes, in the back of my head, all of those things that were said are still true. Life is short. I could have easily not been here and not been able to spend time with my family now. I could have easily not been able to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I could have easily gotten injured and not be able to enjoy the success that I'm living in now. I could have easily given up because of what everybody else has said to me. I could have easily gotten into credit card debt instead of being disciplined and sticking to a plan. I could have easily bought everything I wanted even when I couldn't afford it and not being disciplined and not holding myself accountable. I could have easily allowed other people to influence me to where I'm no longer living the life that I know I'm supposed to be living. Each and every single person, although you want people in your lives because you're not just living for yourself, right? At the end of the day, they could have also influenced me negatively to where I'm not where I am today, to where I decided to enjoy myself in my younger years, and then I'm struggling just like most people in their older years. But instead, I no longer have to do that. I don't have to succumb to that type of situation and that sort of environment. I can happily say that I don't have stress. I don't have those problems. I don't have those issues. And I know for a fact that every single thing that I've invested in has yielded me a tremendous return to where even the house that I live in now at 27 is worth peanuts compared to what I thought it was worth just 4 years ago. That's how amazing time is. That's how amazing, like, life will let you know what you've invested in, what you've worked so hard for is absolutely nothing to achieve. But it all started with the hard work that you thought was everything at the time, right? If you worked super hard to get a new car and you got it and you've been riding it for 5+ years, and now you wake up and you realize, man, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing to get this again. It's nothing to do this again. But before, it took you so much time, so much effort, so much stress. And I'm grateful, I'm blessed to have life and to have health, because that's the number one thing. Health. I can't project how healthy I'm going to be. But what I will say is I had to block out all the noise. I had to block out all the negatives, because it is negative to tell somebody, hey, life is short, have fun now. When we are on a mission, when we are on a grind, people grind for a season and not for a reason, and I hate that for them. You need to grind for a long period of time until you realize, like, wow, I've really accomplished so much. Let me take a step back and enjoy this. I didn't do that until I was 2 houses in, stable job, stable income, making money hand over fist. I was seeing $5,000-$10,000 in my bank account every single month. That's when I took a step back and I said, hold on, what's really happening here? It was like I was in a dark cloud for so long and I had to just snap out of it, enjoy myself a little bit, wake up and see what's on the other side. How's my family doing? Right? So it took me a while. It really did. But I'm grateful to be here today. I just want you to know it's not easy. It's absolutely not easy, but you have to lock in at some point. If you don't do it now, you'll regret it so much more later because everything will be more expensive. Everything will cost more. The same issues you have will still be there. Address them right now. Right now. It's not going to get any easier. Only if you want it to be easier, it will get easier. And it starts with a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work, a lot of discipline. Discipline is most important. If you like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Well, I don't post every single day at 8 a.m. daily no more, so I'm going to cut that part out. All right, peace.